When evolution becomes entirely free, where do we go? Edge of Becoming. Episode 7. Does evolution still matter when nothing is missing? What does it mean for evolution to be completely free? Imagine a world where you can choose to keep evolving, or not, entirely by your own will. In such a world, the evolution of the body, mind, spirit, and society can be deliberately designed. The freedom to evolve and the freedom to cease evolving are both fully allowed. Human consciousness and values enter a new stage where even the purpose of evolution is questioned. So, in this world of absolute choice, where does humanity ultimately head? Let's explore 3 possible paths. Possibility 1. Infinite self-transcendence. If evolution is truly free, humanity may endlessly seek to evolve. From this view, evolution is an open-ended process, with no final goal. The act of pursuing the question, how far can we evolve, becomes the goal itself. Post-human entities and superintelligences may emerge, evolving into entirely new forms of being. In this scenario, humans expand intelligence and perception without limit, step into new dimensions, new universes, new states of awareness, live as beings whose essence is not to become something, but to keep becoming. At its extreme, this view says, evolution is not a means to an end. It is the act of forever surpassing the self. Conclusion. The ultimate form of evolution lies in endless self-transcendence. Possibility 2. A perfect state that no longer needs evolution. If evolution is truly free, we may reach an optimal state and simply stop. From this view, evolution fills a lack, but when all needs are fulfilled, there is no need to evolve. Once perfection is achieved, further change becomes meaningless. Evolution ends in a still, optimized form of existence. In this scenario, humans, perfect the body and mind, no longer desiring further change, transcend evolution itself and find meaning simply in being, dwell in ultimate peace and harmony. This echoes concepts like nirvana in Buddhism or Wu Wei in Taoism, and leads to a striking possibility. The highest evolution is to transcend evolution itself. Conclusion. The ultimate form of evolution is to reach perfection and no longer need to evolve. Possibility 3. Evolution is no longer about direction, but about presence. The focus shifts, not to whether we evolve or not, but how we relate to evolution itself. From this view, evolving or not evolving becomes just one of many choices. There is no longer a must to evolve or to stop. The essential question becomes, how do we relate to the flow of evolution? In this scenario, humans detach from obsession with progress or completion, choose a way of being that transcends the binary of movement and stillness. Focus not on where they're going, but how they are in the moment. At its peak, this perspective resembles a kind of awakening. Evolution is not a problem to be solved. It disappears once it is transcended. Conclusion. Evolution is no longer about where we go, but how we are. Does evolution have a final answer? Let's reflect on the 3 possibilities we've explored so far. Possibility 1. Evolution means infinite self-transcendence. Evolution itself becomes the purpose. It never ends. Possibility 2. Evolution aims for a perfected, unchanging state. Once complete, evolution is transcended. Possibility 3. Evolution is not about direction, but about being. The choice to evolve or not becomes irrelevant. What matters is our stance toward the process. Which of these is correct? The answer depends entirely on what one considers to be the essence of evolution. So, where do humans go from here? In a world where evolution is completely free, our consciousness and our values will inevitably change. Of the 3 directions, each individual will choose their own path. Those who continue to evolve will move toward infinite self-transcendence. Those who reject evolution will settle into perfected stillness, and those who go beyond the frame of evolution itself will abandon the question altogether. When evolution becomes a fully liberated design, its purpose is no longer universal. It returns inward, becoming a question of personal meaning. So instead of asking, where are we going, we begin to ask, how do I live? Conclusion. When evolution is free, human consciousness moves to a dimension beyond the choice to evolve. If evolution is infinite, we live within the process itself. If evolution becomes unnecessary, we arrive at a perfected state. If evolution is optional, we must rethink our entire relationship with it. Freedom of evolution liberates us from the question of evolution itself. Beyond evolution lies a mode of being that transcends both movement and stillness. The next question. If we are freed from the question of evolution, what then becomes of human existence? What do we seek once the very question of becoming has dissolved? What emerges in the space left behind?